Ruefwe ruruwere rumasa nga nembaka esyo mwanyala bandu befwe mwanyala mwakhololelera mwanyala mwamba ikhabi yino naseneza nakanikhira hano nomusoreri wase abe nyo khulekho muloba khumba kamani akabese kama waena enyo nibo bakhama base bandu baye befwe na nataka ni wasalimu wote niseme karibuni utazamaji uwe wema alafu twende mbele wa ndugu zangu hata kule Kenya pale mpakani na maeneo yote ya Bubulo East na wilaya ya Bunamisindwa. Nasema karibu wacha tujadiliane basi, wacha twende mbele, tukisungumuza, tunene, tusungumuze, tufanye kila kitu. Bebule, mwanyala. Ita hiyo nafwe kuli basi, robo sama kaya basi muli kumwenya wata. Maboneka kwe khare khuri. Ni umusoreri wasena nina Abel. Na yomwe khara mwaro muri dio. Ba masaba kana khuliyo ba masaba sa khuliyo babandu barita khuingire mbalo mwanya la rukali wele hakaba khabumbi wabumba likulu nesibala wakho walikwe itayiyo abalinde nga khurekelesha khona kharondo yino ibyo khotsa khukaneka khulole wanyala koka
abebubu koka is jajja soto
yeah
abebubulo mwanyala mwebale kulonda Rastaman muita Rastaman wanonga mukwano gwange naye nga mubaka mu parliament mwe mwamulonda okubakirikirira ate no musajja wa amaanyi kubanga okujja through independent nga ebikonge ebyamanyi bibadde tebisonze kugwe kuganti kadi yino naye no waguza kiraga nti no oli muntu mu bantu oli wa amaanyi nnyo ate nga
abantu bebubulo
abantu bakutegeera ebbanga liwamala ng'oli district chairman
abantu ate bantegedde kankubulire kino si district chairman lwakubanga mbaddeyo emyaka 5 gyokka naye mbadde
before that ate
mu Bugis Cooperative Union nga vice chairman okuva 2008
nga Nandala Mafabi abakulemberera
yes nze ye vice we mbadde minister owa inzu ya Masaba, the kingdom of Masaba, minister of information
obadde minister
w'ebyamawulire inzu ya Masaba, the kingdom of Masaba mbadde musomesa emyaka 30 kati eyo yennyini nze bwe namala ku university sebo sanoonya mirimu wano Kampala naddayo mu kyalo lwakubanga president Museveni awongaze 1989 yatukyalira e Makerere
nga yakamala emyaka 3
bwegiti mu buyinza ate nga nze abamu abatandika ka revolution kano ng'akyali muto mu secondary najja n'atunonyonnyola n'agamba nti nno baana bange emirimu sija white collar ddayo muzimbe ensi eno mu byalo.
It starts with you at the place where you are born.
Exactly. Bwati bwe yambulira kakati president Museveni ye tayinza kumanya kyeyanteekamu ate nga onvudde Kyankwanzi okuyingira Makerere luli twali ng'oyingira Makerere oyitira Kyankwanzi simanyi oba babitta batya simanyi oba bano ba civil servants simanyi oba bano bannayuganda babitta batya
bagenda okulaba nga tebikyalina mugaso nagamba luli nti Kyankwanzi
nga tebikyalina ki
mugaso
kakati ogwo gwe mutawaana lwaki Kenya bagenda abaana bonna nze abaana Kenya mu Kenya mwenyini abaana bali babiri naye bonna bayitira mu NYS National Youth Service. Omanye kintu barasha kye bakoseza ku baana baabwe komusomoro bakiyita komusomoro. Omanye bana aba British kye bakoseza okimanyi scouts ate aba America either army or you go out as a Peace Corps. Okuzimba gwanga otandika n'abaana abato otandika n'abaana abato sikuyitira mu education system yokka naye abaana balina okumanya gwanga lyabwe lirina okutambula litya. Mu America ki eyagaana okugenda mu magye oba mu Peace Corps n'abeera president aliwo oyo aliwa newankubadde oba Obama obaani singa ozaalibwa nga mu America kiba kiwedde ne bwolaba wano abaffe waliwo MP omu wa opposition ate vira mu Buganda wano yagenze n'azaalira mu America kati omwana oyo mu America oyo kati alina okukola ebyo mu America agenda ne constitution ya America omwana oyo MP wa opposition sijja kumwogera linnya wano mukyala very vocal luli namubuuzako nga tuli ku TV endala
oba mumpandikire
mpozi oba nga nkuwandiikira buwandiisi
amawulire kati luba lunjo kyolugambo njagala kutegeera
otegeere kale so nze saagala omwogere erinnya wano luli namwogerako erinnya nga tuli ku TV endala naye katono tukonagana ebikonde neŋŋamba naye nze kilo 9 nnyabo nkutta ate oli mukyala.
Decorum does not deserve that.
Decorum, what is decorum? Waliwo sebo emotive eruptions. Nze bwonkuba oluyi wano kakati before I even think
there is a natural reaction.
Decorum mba nkukubyera mba nkizaayo
omusaachi omukisu oba just ye
omusaachi omukisu mwegidi
because Rastaman batugamba muli bakakkamu bw'olaba embeera osooka you breathe in
Rasta ali mukakkamu unprovoked especially physically naye ate ffe betubeera ababi okusinga physically oprovoking omuntu it is natural, it is instinct. Ensolo yonna naffe tuli ensolo yonna singa kati gundi ejja wano empologoma gwe todduka.
The natural instinct
natural instinct.
Yes,
exactly. Your system eri kukulaga nti no eyo togisinga maanyi, so you have to take off. You see, natural reaction, this is instinctive.
But back to ombako no yazalide mu America era omwana we bwamuzalide byakola byonna bya America n'okugoberera enkola yaabwe ngaba
mwana mu America constitution yaabwe amateeka gaabwe bwegatyo bwekagamba kyobola bana abaana ba President Museveni abazalira simanyo ba Germany wa abaana ba Germany ate abantu betegese bazzukulu bange oba baana bange beereeyo
disinga embeera etabuka
anti omanyi luli nayogera naye ndowooza tewakikwata bulungi neŋŋamba kapa bweziba teziriiwo olaba agamese nga bwegazanya mu nnyumba gazanya
mu Luganda tulina olugero lweru mu Luganda nti nnyinimu watali amamese gatemba enjo
naye kati teekamu
nanyini nyumba nga taliwo
nyini pusi nyini kapa weetali agamese gazajja politics yaabwe gavumagana biki bwe bityo naye kapa bwekobawo buli gumese gubeerako.
Honorable, onako olwaleero wiiki ewedde World Bank yatusuulamu ekidumusi. Ekidumusi no kitegeeza nti oyinza okuba walidde ebintu ne bikyankalanya olubuto tomanyi oba wakayingira ku fulo ya Parliament watch ogenda kuwulira nga olubuto lwekyanze
olina okutambulako kyova olaba oleese Parliament yonna eri surrounded ne simanyi twatandikira mu kipitira trains ndowooza twatandikira mu nsiko ne tujja ku pitira trains ne tujja ku toilets kati ennaku zino eri washrooms naye naawe otuvuddewo tugenze ku restrooms.
So
oluddira simanyi oba kigambo kyekirala
floor ya Parliament yetoolodde
wonna Parliament yonna
kubanga kirowooza okuba nti MP ayinza okuba nga ayina byali mu kwogerako awo embeera neetabuka
embeera etabuka kyova olaba beetoolooza buli wantu wonna.
Kati in that same vein wiiki ewedde twabere tukyali awo nga World Bank netusuulamu ekiwandiiko netulabula nti twagenda netukwata awabi twakwata awabi Parliament yaffe ng'ennaku z'omwezi 4 Honorable Musira nali nkulaba
bulungi nnyo ate wuno wendi ate ngombulidde nandize n'egganduula eryo kati
nali nkulaba on the floor of Parliament.
Yes,
you voted
Very good.
Against
Yes.
the rights of some sections of the public. On the 4th of May, netugamba kale abaka bayisiza ekintu kino well and good. Katulinde ekinakola ki? Ekinaddako. Ffe tumanyi kigukira wa president bw'aba tataddeeko mukono.
Yes.
Naye ku bbiru ezimu President Museveni ze yakyasinza okuddusa emisindo komyawo nga nasooka naga nti waliwo buno mu butereezeemu kale. But on the 26th of May, the president announced, signed the
Rastafari's Majesty Empress Lasai,
the Anti-Homosexuality Act.
Yes.
Yours was a bill, then the president assented
and made it law.
Exactly. World Bank nesooka ne looza nti kale katukiweemu ndowooza obudde these Ugandans bajja kwetereezaamuko. 3 months down the road, the World Bank egenza okulanga tewali kikola ki. Of course we got backlash from different countries.
Yes.
Joe Biden yatutabukira, aba UN batutabukira.
Ago gonna gashaga.
African countries tezatutabukira.
Za supporting nga bano banna Kenya. Nabo ne begomba kyetukoze.
World Bank last week said, now that you've not changed, we thought you are going to think about it. Now that you have not changed, you have trampled on the rights of some sections of the public. Part of the money that we've been giving you, actually not part, all the money that we've been giving you, teziri segregative. Bwe batuwa sente zirina okukola ku buli omu n'okumuyamba.
Yes.
Honorable Musira ne banno, you did not think nti teeka lino limwayisa lyali litutwala eno. A poor country like Uganda. I've been reading back in the days that World Bank ebadde tuwa, like last year, yatuwa to a tune of $5.4 billion US funding for the different projects.
Exactly. I'm aware.
When I calculated, that goes to a tune of about 19 trillion.
Exactly. Almost 20 trillion.
When you went and drafted this thing, the anti-homosexuality bill, which became an act, did you foresee all these things that waliwo abatuyambako? And this money World Bank azeetuwa bwensomyo bulungi nga ziraga nti zirina okugenda mu project ezifundinga abantu papasile kulwanyisa bwavu mu member nations. Okay, there are 184 countries that subscribe to the World Bank or that are members of the World Bank.
I know.
Did you think through properly into this bill, which became an act, the Anti-Homosexuality Act? That is Jatutu Sen. Onsonyi okulanda gambadde ngezaako okusunasuna nkulage ekizibu kye mwatuleetedde Uganda yeekaabire.
Onzijeyo ebirowoozo byonna era nange mbadde mukakkamu
n'owuliriza
nenkuwuliriza
nga Rastaman omutuufu.
Abel.
Yes.
Ekisooka tetwaliwo lwakubanga America yali. No. We were created first. We have been around without this Babylon giving its laws. Get out of the thinking of Babylon and we will survive. Liberate yourself first. And I think this is segment, let us do it in English.
Please.
For a few minutes.
Please. Abebubuulo bajja kutegeera
bulungi nnyo
onobakyusizaamu
nja kukyusa naye abasinga bampulira bamanyi twasoma abantu bebubuulo tolowooza nti nno basoma basomi bonna. Waliwo Professor George of Harvard University eyakizudde nti nno bw'ogenda mu kaabuyonjo n'ojjayo by'ogenzeyo n'obirya bikutreatinga.
Astagfirullah.
Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Shaitan rajim. Bamwita Professor George
wa Harvard University.
Ali microbiologist. Actually at times he's called a resurrectionist because he wanted about $30 million to begin resurrecting people. Nga jajjawo nga biki era yabigezaako dda.
N'abakomyawo mu bulamu.
Bulungi nnyo. Ekyo tokimanyi?
Honorable.
Tokimanyi ekyo?
Professor akomyawo abantu
my God,
into the living.
When the Russians have already done that with, I think, this Muskok, waliwo enjovu gye bayita Muskok, something like that. Bakikola.
Honorable Somanye ebitabo noyitawo.
Ebyo babikola. Ndikubuulira bannayuganda nti nno weebiri era nja kujjanga wano bw'oba ompise mwana wange abe oba muto wange abe nkubirako kasimu ogambe nti nno twogera topiki zino 234 olwaleero
oleeta ebyokuzuukiza abantu.
Tulina okubabuulira abantu balina okumanya. So kakati professor ono agamba nti nno ogenze mu Kabuyonjo. I'm simply making an understatement, but you know what I mean. Bobo ojayo biri byegine ebyebo Kabuyonjo ebibyo nobilya biri curative. When you get your own dunk and take it as food, it treats you because the microbiology within knows your system better, so it treats you.
Abantu bagenda okutabukira ku social media.
Now change agadde chicho. I'm always a very controversial man, but I'm telling you facts. This is not a lie. I'm telling you a fact.
This thing we take there.
Yes.
And you put
it back. Twandi rwajim. Kamba bulire. Lwaki nchirese. Lwakubanga emyaka egijja 2 oba 10. America egenda kuteeka wonti no professor yakizudde nti no kulya B kirungi, so all African countries must do that. Gende Buarabu, you go to the Arab world and talk about homosexuality, you will be stoned to death. There and then you will be stoned to death. Why Africa? The weak fence. Why Uganda? The weak fence. I am happy. America is a falling giant, and I'm telling you in your face, you are a falling giant. I'm using your language. You are a falling giant. You are falling and falling and falling. Never again. You will never recover. You will never recover. China has taken over even your economy. China and the other countries have taken over your economy. You see? You cannot bring that. We are not killing homosexuals here. The law was crafted in such a way that we punish the act, not the individual. No.
But how do you divorce?
For example,
how do you divorce the two?
And now, that's what I want to explain here. So that even some of us Ugandans should understand this. These people are still gambling with that kind of thing. LGBTQ, you get to be a kapapura, mpandike, LGBT, whatever the case. LGBTI, LGBTQI. Now, lesbianism. Omukazi, nyabo, you were constructed like any other being. Not only you, the sapien. Don't say human being. There are so many human beings. Even these apes are also humans. But the sapien, you and I, the sapien, Homo erectus, the way we are. You were constructed. The engineering by Jah, we don't know. No kugenda munda ekyo. Kakati sigenze nnyo munda ate sijja kuwemula. Ndowooza byoyogera bya kuwemula. Sijja kuwemula naye abantu baffe balina okumanya abbreviations zino biki. So L is for lesbianism. Mukyala gwe Katonda yakutonda nga akukoze bwatyo nga waliwo Praga awalala goli soketi Praga eri eno kirabire ku ensolo ezisigadde okiwulidde ssebo lesbianism ne bajja ku gay yani pozi oba nzaliddwa bwenti simanyi naye kino nange kyannema n'oluli mu US nababuuza nti no gekyeki gekyeki
ate mubo gekigatta abasajja n'abasajja abakazi n'abakazi
naye ate lesbianism kikimu
bakazi n'abakazi bo
kyova olaba fe abarasta ebintu bya ism okugamba nti no rastafarianism I'm Rasta. Isms. Isms ebyo bye sent ensi. So G stands for gay. B, bisexual. Sebo mukama wange abe nkubulira nti nno wano ne wange ebubuulo ndina ba bisexual webali. Waliwo mukadde omu kumpi emyaka gya maama wange singa maama wange abaddewo yandibadde ndowooza kati 7 nga mu 5 oba mu 7 oba mu 8 awo. Omukadde ono ali myaka 7 mu 7 awo. Naye ali bisexual.
Wakirabako
Omuafrika ye yamanya nti nno obwo bulema. Omuntu abazaliddwe mu Uganda muno nga muli mu bisexual olina obutonde obubiri, oli musajja oli mukazi. Abafrika bakimanyiridde bamanyi nti nno obwo bulema. Omuntu bw'aba azaliddwe mulema kati omukonde eminga obwo bulema. Naye ate mu Afrika
eddembe ly'okuba bw'atyo
ate akyuzinga. Njagala kati nzireyo bano abazungu abagamba nti nno bo obutonde bw'omuntu babutya nnyo biki. Waliwo omuwala ono owe mu South Africa ngadduka emisinde biki Semenya ate ngaali
Caster Semenya
Caster Semenya ngaali mu bisexual. B aliwa bisexual. Lwaki bamugyeyo ne bagamba nti nno ono tayinza kudduka nga muwala lwakubanga alina amaanyi ag'ekisajja. Lwaki tebamenya ddembe lye? Didn't they go against her own right? Because she has a right to choose to be a lady. So, and most of them, let me tell you, most bisexuals choose to be ladies.
So Honorable, does she have a right to be bisexual?
No, I mean,
does she have a human right to be bisexual?
No, she has here in Africa
a human right to be bisexual.
And we respect them so. And we respect them even up to now. So let these researchers from Babylon, from West, come to me in Buburo. I have one bisexual who is now 77 years. You come to me. Come to me, let me go on the show. If we do not tolerate. Just because of this law, you are saying they are going to threaten. This old lady is there. She chose. She's a bisexual, but she chose to remain a woman like Semenya, whose rights, whose biological rights you broke down and called her a man when she chose to be a woman.
Oyo Semenya teka lya fiteri mukwatako. Teka lya fiteri ku the act.
I'm saying LGDP bibakwatako. Kakati what I'm doing is to explain this scenario.
Yes.
So that America and many of you watching me should understand that Africa is very tolerant.
So tugende obudde Honorable.
Yes sir.
Leero nkimanyi nti obusungu ku kino ekintu obuyina
bunene
kati sooka oterekeko katono obusungu tugenda kudda kati mala okunywa ku lwendo lw'amazzi tugenda kudda LGBTQ1
bakyongerako.
Alright, oyongera okukirambulula gye tugenda ekizibu kye twafunye World Bank nga teyatiisatiisiza butiisatiisa ndo.
Yes.
Yagambye egenda kutandikirawo. Let's come back after this short break.
This is Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulayire.
Psalms. Taste the difference. Ekyama kya Busoga kino nga ni Kagulu Rock mu district y'e Buyende ng'ebikuduka by'omukuzi guno byakutandika nga ku mwezi 24 omwezi ogw'omunana omwaka guno 2023 n'enkwaduka edamba kino Amasoga ng'empya bukayina bukayire n'eterebwawo okutwalibwa oyo anaawangula enkwaduko lino n'enkwaduka edda akamalirizo eddana lulungi lwa Busoga daakuba ku lusozi lweno ne Kagulu ngenda ku mwezi 25 omwezi ogw'omunana Meni ni ku lwomukaaga ngenda ku mwezi 26 omwezi ogw'omunana ekiwemu nga tunina olusozi luno nga tukulemberwa mu Baba Kyabazinga n'abana byabufuzi nga bakulemberwa mu Mama Rebecca Itwala Kadaga ate nsoterera amadala agali kwempajja edendegere okuyamba abagode abafunvu n'abato obutasuba okutuuka ku ntwiko y'olusozi luno oyita kubanga osobola okubona Busoga okuva yava okutuuka yakanga Kagulu nkoyo olusozi lwa byafaayo ng'Omusoga yasookera ddada ife namutukula wano we yatuukira era libogana Udo bazaala abalangira abatano omuva Kyabazinga wa Busoga nga bino byonna bya bwerere bikutuusibwako minisitule y'ebyobulambuzi n'ebyeyira mu bwa Kyabazinga bwa Busoga ateebwamu empiya.
Ensonga y'okugula ettaka oba poloti enogeddwa eddagala. Muzimbe Construction ne Muzimbe Property Agency bakusabukulira estate empya okumpi n'ennyanja Nalubaale ku bbeeyi layisi ku bukadde 8,885 bakuguza poloti 5 ku 10 nga ya kyapa wammanga we ziri olengirira ddala ennyanja Nalubaale. Estate eno esangibwa Katosi Kiruddu okuliraana National Water. Muzimbe Construction ne Muzimbe Property Agency bakuyambako n'okukuzimbira mu poloti yo singa obeera okyetaaze. Bw'abeetaaze genda ku Ikotorio Mall room 14 mu kibuga Kampala wakati. Okumanya ebisingawo kuba ku noti 75 15 51 11 oba noti 75 27 92 noti 1 oba noti 7 noti 2 51 10 10.
Enoni Baba TV Obusoga Bulayire. Eno ni Gangamka ku Baba TV. This is
Butelevu oli ku Baba TV Obusoga Bulayire program Gangamka akanyomero ka Hot Cup at 9 nga bulijjo buli Monday tubeera n'ombaka mu Parliament wa Bubulo East Honorable John Musira era nga olunaku olwaleero obusungu bwonna tugenza mu kuwummula nga abutaddeko tuli ku World Bank kuba tujja kutuuka eri kiki tugenda okufiirwa oba kiki tufiirwa nga sente zino zikwatiddwa mu kubanga truth be told walina okubeerawo okusanyalala mukko okw'emirimu egimu World Bank gyefundinga, that's a fact. Okay, naye gyatutwala is does World Bank have a proper justification for this? Era World Bank eyina obwenkanya yunga yo because etulanga butaba na bwenkanya eri bannaffe bali abali mu bikolwa ffe betugamba nti ebikolwa ebyo ebya Sodoma ne Gomora nedda era parliament yaffe etteeka yaliisa litutambulirako nakati. Naye honorable obadde otugendedde mu kuwummula ng'onnyonnyola LGBTQ1 ongambi ne zikyeyongera nayo
bikyeyongera bakyateekako anti bali mu formation
tubadde tuli ku bisexual not bio
no it is bisexual omuntu azaalibwa when ng'alina obutonde bwombi ali musajja ali mukazi byombi nga bwekiri
ng'omuddu sono gwe twogeddeko mu South Africa
Semenya
Caster Semenya
yes exactly. So kakati I wanted to use the English more so that people understand
and
me.
Also in Bubulo you said there's a
77-year-old lady. She chose to become so, but she's a bisexual. Now most of them
tebakimujjako ekitundu ekimu
atojjako otya omuntu azaliddwa mulema ate omujjeko omukono omulema ng'ogutemako
oyongera mulema waza
tekisoboka. So mu Africa the Africans understood and knew somebody is born with a disability. Disability can be anywhere on the body. Now, if it is a disability of this private section of the body, it is a disability. And a lot of tolerance. America, come to me. If she allows, I don't want to mention the names, no. But if she allows you, I will take you to my constituency. The 77 years she has lived on the earth, was she not tolerated?
You've never
as a bisexual.
You've never banished her.
Who banished her? She's there.
Which village is that?
In Bubutu. Bubutu Town Council.
Bubutu Town.
Bubutu Town Council. Come to me, come to me, come to me, you Babylon. Come to me. And I prove that this is Africa, the home of the giants, the home of the first people. She's there. And you use B, letter B, bisexual. Semenya, you infringed on her right. She chose to become a lady. Biology, the doctors must actually research on this, and I'm talking to you directly, looking just right in your face. Why do bisexuals, actually out of 100 bisexuals, 98% choose to become women? Possibly, the other side of being male possibly is weaker. So most of them choose to become women. Do that research and produce it to us here. I'm not a scientist in any way, not a known one, at least a natural one, but not one trained in Western Babylonian terms. No, I am not. I'm not. But that is that. Now the Ugandans must understand this. Then T stands for transsexuality. Old man Musila, and most of them are older in America, what I've seen. Transsexuality. An old man like me, 58 years, wants to become a woman. So you cut my male side. You treat me on hormones. You give me progesterone and estrogen, so that even my vocal cord, the voice changes to feminine.
I have seen them.
I grow breasts. Because you have treated me on artificial hormones. This is what you are doing in the West, and the people are in court. Because some young boys have been transsexualized to become women. There is a younger man, I will give you that research. There is a young man who has taken the parents to court. Born very well, but the parents chose to transsexualize him into a girl. Through chemical methods, through chemical methods, that his male formation died off.
You're honorable.
You see?
Honorable.
Now, I just want to make that argument.
Yes.
If there's been a full big, what you call a tribe, I call it a nation. If there's about in my constituency, if the Bagisu of the old were circumcising women, which we call clitoridectomy, officially in science it is clitoridectomy. You understand why? Now, if the Sabine are going for female circumcision, and you call it female
genital mutilation.
Genital mutilation.
Yes.
Female genital mutilation. What about transsexualizing somebody? Is it not a mutilation? Mbuza Uganda, I want to ask you, if the Sabine who circumcise women are and we have a law about it. I'm a parliamentarian, I know it is criminal to circumcise, even when it is going on quietly. It
and there was a huge campaign to fight this. I saw
yes.
NGOs fighting female genital mutilation.
Leave alone with these NGOs. Why can't they go for transsexuality? You see? And in America, let them go to America.
And a section of women MPs were also against this female genital mutilation.
I support it. If there was a way, actually Uganda should even revise this law, throw it off. After all, LGBT, transsexuality, is it not mutilation? Sexual mutilation, sexual parts mutilation?
Honorable,
is it not?
You are Mugisu.
I'm a Mugisu. And a good one.
If the Sebeis are practicing their thing,
yes.
the female genital mutilation
yes.
for long,
yes.
the Bagisu are also practicing their thing over
No, we all circumcise the male. We all. Sebei Bagisu circumcised the male. And all Sebei Bagisu were circumcising even the women. My great-grandmother, Hapuondi, was circumcised. And she was the last. I don't know why the Bagisu chose to leave female circumcision. But my great-grandmother, the mother to my grandfather, and it was known. You see? So, I want to ask, but here yes.
How do they circumcise females? But that's a topic.
It's a topic of its own. When I come here, and if my younger man, Abel, gives me time, I will qualify my statement, and I will show you why a female is supposed to be circumcised. Biologically.
That's a very sticky topic.
Very sticky, but I have data. One good thing, I don't speak out of the blue, I have data. Yes. I have data. And I will say, have the Sabines all died off just because before this law they were circumcising their females? But that is not the point. What I'm bringing is, if you call FGM, female genital mutilation, what is this transsexuality? Where Musira, a 58-year-old man, cuts off his genitals and becomes a woman, and you say, I have transgendered. I have transgendered. This is transgender. Yes. You see? Now, you tell me, if that is not, these are double standards. You cut off, even if it is willingly, but even those Sabines also do it willingly. They are not coerced to do it. The Bagisu who go to circumcise do it willingly. Aha. Bwobera mugisu, bwobera tata wonga mugisu, obera mugisu. Si mama. Aha. Fe wano, we are always masculinity, whatever the case. That kind of thing. We go by the father, even in Buganda here. We go by the father. Not by, they do by paternal, rather. No, not maternal. Yes. No. It is only, I think, the Kikuyu.
So relate this to World Bank.
To World Bank. The reason is, this law will endanger, or has endangered, or maybe it endangered the people who are LGBTQI.
The minority.
The minority. No. Uganda knew the minorities even before you knew. The African knew the minorities even before you coined it in writing. I want you to go back to hieroglyphics of Egypt and find out if there were no minorities.
Honorable.
Otherwise, how would we tolerate your own, the Semites, like Abraham, like all others, who came here into the black world, and we saved them? Salvation is from Africa. Salvation is from black people. I'm telling you, as a Rasta man, read your history clearly. You see? We tolerate them. I've already given you the example of a bisexual lady, 77 years, Semenya in South Africa. She's black. I don't know how old now, maybe about 30.
Honorable, ntero kukazake linya ntisekanyolya gwe muwanvu.
Sekanyolya la bentezo bazibba.
Tubulire ebyekibuga la bentezo bazibba.
Sekanyolya la bentezo bazibba. Twali tuyimbira wano.
Buli wabeerawo okuleeta bill.
Yes.
Wabeerawo kye muyita certificate of financial implication.
Exactly.
Not so.
Yes.
Certificate of financial implication. So did you do proper due diligence at this certificate of financial implication? Meaning that etteeka lyetugenda okuleeta, how much is it going to affect or to help?
Financial implication.
Yes.
So, kakati nga Professor George Church of Harvard University.
Ozeyo ku musajja oli mu America azukisa abafu. Ayagala
okugambye nti no
empitambi tugiyita mpita obubi.
Obubi obwo tubulye.
Tuddemu tubulye.
Kakati bwe bajja ajja kufuna wa certificate of financial implication. Eya America obe yaffe eya wano. Bye bagamba bino. This is in English. This is a very popular law in Africa, not only Uganda. Let me tell you, America. Let me tell you, Europe, this is very popular. Nobody has said we are killing, we are punishing the LGBTs. No, lesbians. We have so many Americans here. We have so many Europeans here. I live with a European in my home, an Italian, Austrian in my home, Mr. Thomas Zelenka. I don't know his sexual preferences. I don't know, and I don't want to know. I don't want. He lives in my home for now years. He's an old man of his 60s.
Honorable, financial implication.
I want to say the financial implication is greater than the social, cultural, biological implication. So can't I live without money, but I live my life? Are you aware that in this world there are people who live and have never seen a single coin and they are there living? Go to Amazonia. Amazon. Go to Congo, Ituri forest. The pygmies of Ituri. They know nothing about money and they are living. And we used to do that until some white pirate brought the issue of money. But what is the value of money? What is the value of money? Itself, if I gave you money here, nothing else is here, but I gave you money, what would be the value of money?
But money is an exchange of
Thank you. Exchange. So you use it to exchange.
Yes, I don't have this,
yes.
I have to have money to...
You cannot carry a cow, so you must carry it in your pocket. Money can be useless. The fact that the American dollar is not backed by anything physical, apart from an opinion.
Honorable, tetuli mu kwekaza bwekaza.
Si kwekaza. We are here. Where was America when they installed Amin Dada, and he caused mayhem in this country for 8 years, from 25th of 1971 to 11th of April 1979. Where was America? Where was Israel? Who called him? Who called him the gentle giant of Africa, who they thought was a fool, and he became a great Pan-Africanist, a Rastaman, and he humiliated you. He humiliated you by making you to carry him. The fact that I have a white man in my home is to show my children that we are bosses in this world. Is to humiliate you people.
Honorable.
Now, I want to come to this.
Yes.
The crafting of suspension is that because the minority, LGBT,
we trampled on the rights. We trampled on the rights.
Yes.
Of the minority.
Yes.
Of the LGBTQ1.
Yes.
Section of people.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
And part of whom are Ugandans as well.
Yes.
You are aware we
Yes.
have Ugandans that are practicing this?
I'm aware.
You are aware that they are
Actually,
Ugandans?
there are more in Eastern, in Mbale town. We are aware.
There are more homosexuals in Mbale town.
More than any other town in Uganda.
What, Honorable Musira, we have more of these people?
In Mbale town.
In Mbale town.
More than any other town in Uganda. They have been recruited heavily in my home city of Mbale. Now, have we killed any of them? Who did we kill? But let us get you in the practice.
Oh, there was no law then. Now there is a law.
No, there has been Django law. In Bumbo town, my home place, 1 kilometer away, they got a young man who had been recruited and has been sodomizing so many boys. And when he sodomizes, he also puts a camera and the posts to get money. He survived. It's good that before you even made this law, he was almost lynched to death.
You were mob justing.
Again, it was the police who saved him. Yes, he's now in prison. He has been sodomizing so many. He started from Kampala here, but he's born there. You see? So, when they got him sodomizing this young boy who had been, I think, given some kind of intoxicant, I don't know what, he survived the lynching. That would be Jankolo. Now we have the law. We have the law. It has been going on. The Uganda's psychological construct is natural It is biological. It is biological. You are gotten, before this law, you are gotten out there, sodomizing a fellow man or anything like that. And usually, they make them get drunk.
Honorable, the financial implication.
So, to me, the financial implication was gotten the way the Western law dictates.
The fact that we're going to get affected.
Thank you.
That's a fact.
Now, Abel.
Yes, sir.
As a young African, do we have to go by the whims? You are a man in your home.
Yes, I am.
Suppose somebody came and dictated on what you are supposed to do in your home. What you are supposed to do with your children, your wife, everything. What would you say? That's why Chinua Achebe says, if a man defecates in your house, simply help him and break his neck for him. Help him and break his neck for him. To be sincere. So you want to soil my home to that extent? Pinning it on help? Rather remain with your help. We will be here.
Question
I want again to say this.
Financial implication.
We got a certificate. Why did we get this certificate? Because Ugandans and Africans are very abhorrent of such behavior. And why is it coming today? Can I show you the penal code as designed by, I think, 1909, the penal code? It has not changed much. The penal code, this thing is there. Homosexuality is there. It is not us. It is Britain which did it. Our colonial masters, our colonial imperialists, our colonial pirates coined it. Why did they do it? Why? Abe, why did they do it? And why is this change of mind today? We say this is going against nature. We will not back down. We are here. I'm talking as a private person, a Ugandan. Don't even regard me as a member of parliament. Your type of parliament, your style of parliament, your style of democracy. We had our own original democracy here. When you came as Semitic people who came to Egypt, you found us black people. We had better democratic levels than you have today. By the way, I want to say this clearly. Now, the World Bank is saying we are trampling
on the rights
of this minority.
Yes.
Let me explain. There are so many minorities here. The elderly are a minority in this country. The PWDs are a minority in this country. We have people psychologically who don't know whether they are men or women. Idiots. We use the word idiot to scold the people. That's not the case. The real idiot is one born with a damaged brain that one may not know whether he or she is what they are supposed to be. Those are idiots. And these are gays. Gays. Who told you that we kill the idiots here?
Did you say LGBTs are idiots?
Gay.
Gay. They're idiots.
Many of them.
Because you think
they are born mentally retarded. They don't know. And in our laws, if you get an idiot girl and impregnate, actually you suffer life imprisonment. You know that one, isn't it? We are going to the Penal Code Act. You get a little girl, because they are mentally retarded. They don't know that they are women. They don't know. You see? If you got that one and impregnated, you are supposed to be actually to suffer a sentence of life imprisonment. You are. That is our penal code. We already have a host of laws, but there was no independent law which would deal with intended what we are talking about. This law tells you, don't advertise on this TV. Don't advertise, or else the TV will be in trouble. Don't conscript the children of Uganda, the children of Africa, into homosexuality. If somebody is born a homosexual, fine, you go and propagate yourselves there. But now the trouble is, you want to craft others into the trade. Have you ever seen a homosexual reproducing? They have to get people from somewhere.
Unfortunately, in my entire life, I've never encountered one homosexual who confesses to me that actually,
yes,
I am one.
Very good. Why is it of reason? Why? Why is it of reason? Because the Western world is preaching the same. As against, they see Africa a very vibrant population. And the Uganda is one of them.
And they've
very vibrant, actually.
And the preachers have succeeded to a certain extent. Ngawe Nkugambi, Tulina na Uganda. Who they have been those that are outspoken. They've come out and they've said it. They've done interviews.
Were they born so?
They've done it. Unfortunately, they don't.
Were they born so?
Basoka kufuluma Uganda. Interviews on bazokolere.
Out yo.
Already witch hunting.
Basoka kola ki? Kufuluma Uganda. Sente zibatta. Banda Uganda sente zibatta. Tetujja kulya sente ezivuddawo. No. Curse it. Ja curse you. Ofe bubi ndowooza n'abazadde bo ate mbeere n'omwana bw'atyo ssebo ŋŋenda oluzira straight. My own child. No, death. Hapo na muwa. Muta ne batwala eruzira ku madda. Sikulimba. Ate ekyo nkyogera kiva mu mutima. Bw'aba omwana wange nina abaana 17 omuka akoleka ekyo. Mpozi obale nga addukidde Bungereza oba America. Naye tajja wange. Sikulimba tajja wange. No. Nkuta nengenda ruzira ku madda. Obose onsigaziza ki? Ate nga njagala mmanye. Yes, njagala mmanye nakuzaala ntya.
Prodigal son.
Ogenda eyo n'osigala eyo. N'ogenda ne kasi zange. Ku kasingira ddala. Newankubadde ng'oli eyo. Ate ekiraamo ky'omuzadde okimanyi.
Honorable John Musila onako olwaliro mukaawo munyivu nnyo ekibuuzo kyange mubuuza takiddamu financial implication. Where do we go from here? Honorable tugenda kumulamu katono ddala naye bwe tudda ogenda kutubuulira where do we go from here after the World Bank pronouncement that they are going to freeze or they have frozen. There's no any other new project that they are going to fund as World Bank. Kakati fana Uganda twekaabire eyatwalula esiridde. Let's come back after this short break.
America.
This is Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulayire.
Olowooza okutuukiriza ekirooto kyo tukwanjulira Coral Coatings Uganda Limited bakolera langi ez'ebika byonna oba munda ne wabweru. Langi gwe basiiga mu texture n'ebika ebirala bingi nnyo. Emirimu gyaffe tegyenkanika. Jjukira nti amakaago ky'ekitiibwa kyo n'omutindo gwo. Tukwanjulira Coral Coatings Uganda Limited tukusembereza ekirooto.
Waliwo abagamba nti okuyiiya emizannyo si muzannyo. Olina okwewaayo n'okukkiririza ennyo mu ky'oyiiya. Ate mwattu olina okubaayo n'omuntu akuyambako.
Bro, you got this, okay? You need to fix all the discrepancies in your account.
Hey, listen, you listen. All I wanted was to be your friend.
Naye olowooza omuntu ng'ekyo kimuli mu musaayi ebyo bimulya. Anti aba yazaalibwa kukola ekyo.
Scene 5, take 2.
Tega Pearl Magic Prime ne Pearl Magic Loco olabe emizannyo egyaffe egy'Abannayuganda ku DSTV ne GOTV Uganda kwokka. Sigala ng'oyungiddwako olabe engero zaffe ennyuvu n'obuzannyo obunyuma nga bikoleddwa mu ngeri eyaffe ey'ekinnansi.
Ab'ekitongole kya Southern Range Nyanza Nkanya Itiru nga balwana n'ekitongole kya Indo-Africa Charity Society Canada ne Indo-Africa Trust UK bategeka olusisi olw'ebyobulamu olubaawo buli mwaka olw'omukuzi ogw'E14 olwa Uganda Medical Mission ku iddwaliro ekkulu ery'e mu District okutandika ennaku edda omwezi nga 7 okutuuka nga 18 omwezi ogw'omunaana omwaka 2023 wabaidde okeberera amaino okwidandaba amaiso n'okebera endwadde endiri mu mubiri wala n'okuwa abakyala obwidandabyo obw'endawulo. Enteekateeka eno ya bwereere nga bino byonna biteebebwamu epiya aba kampani eya NHL yawagira Baba TV, Tata ne Indo Africa.
Maria!
Wanje mama?
Genda ku dduuka ondeetere Nisa hand and body lotion. Owulidde?
Mama wuuno.
Biki by'okoze bino naawe?
Bino bye bampadde.
Yitawo tugende tuddeyo. Yitawo tugende. Naam. Biki bino by'owadde omwana? Namutumye Nisa hand and body lotion. Kati laba by'otuwadde. Nisa hand and body lotion mulungi nnyo. Ayuuyuuta olususu n'ofuna enjawulo mu seconds 3 zokka. Ali mu flavors ez'enjawulo nga shea butter, lavender n'endala nnyingi nnyo. Nisa hand and body lotion atandikirwako agula 13 zokka. Nisa hand and body lotion asangibwa mu maduuka gonna ne supermarkets mu ggwanga lyonna.
It is in our passion. It is in our achievements. It is in our architecture and our heritage. It is in the way we nurture and innovate. Imagine if everything we learned led to the one job you have always wanted. The journey isn't always easy, but with the right support, we can succeed and be anything we put our minds to. We come from diverse backgrounds, united by a single purpose, improving our lives through intrication and achieving more than you dreamt possible. Lubega Institute of Nursing and Health Professionals.
Interviews for July 2023 will start on 14th July.
For more information, please call 0772 460 130. Lubega Institute of Health Professionals. Enter to learn, go forth to serve.
Tirilugaga cricket obo! Ngabri mwene September! David Lutalo live concert! Jatumye! Narongo! Abazimba lugogoro bagenda okutegeera nti ekifo kyabwe kifunda! Silver mtwale 2, gold mtwale 5, ate platinum millioni 3. David Lutalo live concert! Lugogo! Ngabri mwene September! Atolonga 3 September, Mukono Kori Hotel. Ngabri October, Masaka Maria Flow. Haberuero! Woneshinzo mtwalo gumo. Daudi Lutalo jidde mu nkola mpya ya 5G optical fiber. Enendongesiwa kutira DNA. Daudi Lutalo nanyini dobozi. Erisingo okunyumira abantu. Ayimba ebikuli ku mutima. Atuyimbira ebigambo byaffe by'omukwano. Baby byonkola baby. Onowulira ku cricket over wano mama. Tosuwa Nalongo. 29 September. Lugogo cricket over. Lujakwadwa Friday. Lunotinge. Biwagwida Buganda kombucha drink. Rosebud mattress. Ne. Asante tangawizi tea.
Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulayire. Eno ni Gangamka ku Baba TV. This is
oli ku program Gangamka wano ku Baba TV obusoga bulayire. Hot Cup at 9 ke kanyomero mu Gangamka tugenda paka sawa 5 esawa ziri 4. Gwabadde akyetekateeka okubaako ne byokola waliwo ngambye nti alinayo ka interview tumalirize mangu adduke mu ka interview. Genda gwe mu ka interview because you need the money. World Bank ojuulidde ekyekola kati tulina okwerwanako bw'obadde osubirayo ka funding ewantu genda okoleka interview mwana wange tuva mu kulinda program egwa sawa 5 interview ya sawa 5. Hello, wake up and go and start preparing. Honorable, we tugendedde mu kuwummula.
Yes, sir.
Then njakubuuza financial implication. We think we are going to be affected badly. Bwe ntunuddeko ku 19 trillion World Bank they yatuteekamu to fund different projects. 2022, which was last year. I can only imagine what is going to happen to us. Ekirungi batugambye nti sente zetukyabawaddeko zo zikole, but don't expect any new funding for any project. Era tebakyatwala project zaffe mu boardroom zaabwe nti batutetenkanyize. Not until we rescind to what we did.
Kankubuuze kino ogambye World
Bank.
Oba American Bank.
World Bank.
American Bank.
2/3. Manyiga World Bank.
Yes. 2/3.
It is a membership of 187 countries.
Yes. The decision was by 184 members. Was it? Or it should be America? Should it be America only? Abe. Ngagwo mu Africa omuna Uganda oyogerecho. If it is no. That one I cannot agree. Kampene kuntebe.
Honorable.
Mpozi obongo bangi.
Honorable Sigala one.
Tujja kumaliriza nga tuyimiridde.
Honorable Sigala one.
Tekisoboka.
Sigala one. Financial implication. We are going to be affected.
Yes.
You, the members of parliament, are just drumming.
Are financial implications greater than biological implications?
Omwavu agenda kubona abona.
Afadhali nganzara. Mbona abona nzara. You see? Mbona abona ki? Nganzara. Tungama nti no onsibe obusajja bwange onsibe obukazi bwange. No. Financial implications kyeki.
Kati tusiba abantu mu bwavu.
Angazija katebaza
okusiba obusajja waffe.
Ate abantu be basinga n'okuzaala. Nkubulidde. Wana abagagga ba wano balina abaana bameka.
The people in Bubulo are going to come back to you to tell you that we are in this abject poverty because of you. No. Tubadde nze nazaalibwa bazadde bange nga baavu bakolera bantu bapakasi. Tata akoledde Kenya nga apakasa Kenya. Siri wano kati. Nze mwana we tata wange waali. Ndowooza kati andaba. Tata wange waali. Mama ye yafa naye batuzaalira mu bwavu ate omwavu yazaala nnyo muzaale mwale bana Uganda gana ababbi abasiru bano balekei. You see, these are pirates, international pirates. You did colonialism. Nkrumah called it neo-imperialism. Now today you are bringing it and we can see it. How do you tell us to lock ourselves? The born women who need men, and you say they should marry fellow women. Honorable, haven't we burnt our hands?
No, we haven't.
Haven't we burnt our hands seriously?
I'm telling you, and it is even worse for America today.
How?
Let me tell you one thing. Let America check itself. The foreign debt of America, out of every $100, and by the way, it is the most indebted country in the world. Number one, 40% of the foreign debt of America belongs to China.
Honorable.
I don't know, you got to check the statistics.
Justify.
Now, I want to justify.
America.
Walk into what here we call malls in New York. Go and buy the Rastafarian band here, this scarf. And they like them so much, scarves. Because during the winter, you will see made in America. Go and buy a shirt. Check under the collar. Made in China. Check the collar. Check the trouser. So if I told an American, please, I want you to put on only American fabric. Whatever is not American, remove. Omu America sigala mwelele. Aja kuchekinga sati made in China. Gijeko. Checking empire made in China. Gijeko. Ne underwear.
Are the Chinese happy with this law?
Have they said anything? This is why Africa turn to the east. We want to ask you, turn to the east. Recently they slapped a travel ban on the Speaker of Parliament. Maybe both the speakers turn to the east. And all of Parliament, we will move to the east. It's good that we have Uganda Airlines. Maybe they can sabotage so that all of us die. So we will move in different planes. We turn to China. Go to Guangzhou in China, in Yiwu, in Ningbo, Nanjing, Shanghai, and see how Africans are trading around there, especially in Guangzhou. You go there and see. While these ones are saying, visa, what not, why are you going to our country? Is it heaven? If Jah allows me to go to heaven, what is America? These bullies of the world. I know America is the one doing this, bullying World Bank towards that. You can't. We have so many minorities. You cannot tell us that lesbianism, that homosexuality, let alone bisexuals, let alone idiots who are gays, who we tolerate here. You know, if they are talking about tolerance, the African is the most tolerant human being on earth.
So why has it taken us all this long to realize that actually we have our cultural values?
Yes.
We detest the LGBTQ and many other things to an extent that batulinze nga tuli financially vulnerable.
Tata
Now this is the time they come.
Tata kabaka wa Buganda gwoli kabaka waffe lwakubanga mwave Bugisu ebikamwenda byonna ebya Buganda ebikamwenda ku 5 mu 2 byave Bugisu naye kaŋŋambe kino, you are the embodiment of our culture. We took it here. The Kabaka of Buganda is the Kabaka of Uganda as well. He's the super king of Uganda. But I want to tell you, it's the embodiment of our culture. We took it for granted. We didn't know. And by the way, culture. This is biological. You want to kill Africa? Africa, which is now about 1.3 million people? You want to kill Africa? Billion people. 1.3 billion people. 1,300 million people.
So why did it take us all this long?
No, we didn't know.
Only wake up in 2023.
Yes, we didn't know. And they know. Do you know what they call hook and crook? They are not my words. They are English words. They hook you, then they make a crook of you. Hook you. You are in bed with them. You don't know what they want. White man. Treacherous man. You are Satan. You are Lucifer. You are Lucifer. I'm saying it today. Refuse me your visas if you wish. I don't care. As long as I will go to heaven. Refuse me your visas. You think you are present within 100 years. You are dead. You are a falling giant.
Honorable
You are a falling giant. No, this is terrible. This is terrible. Uganda, Africa, and the whole world cannot go like that. Abe, no. This kind of, imposing anything. This is why now Professor George Church has crafted that.
You know why I'm asking? Why did it take all this long?
Yes.
We slept on the job as Africa for all this long.
Yes.
And we allowed and gave time to the Europeans or the Americans to fill in the gaps.
Yes.
Now, ne bateeka ssente mu buli bintu ebiri very key naddala ebituyamba okuva mu bwavu. Now they know that once they turn the switch like this, we have to cry
hook
for.
And a crook. Hook and a crook.
Yes.
I've told you.
So we
hook and crook.
We slept on the job.
Neo-imperialism, neo-colonialism. That's what exactly they do.
So we agree we slept on the job.
We must agree. We must agree.
And
two,
and we are
because of taking their style of education. The isms, taking their isms. Schooling us in their way. Schooling us in their way. This is why you see young Ugandans, those who are always, looking for money all the time, all the time, because of the American dollar. They are beautiful girls. I can see some of them musicians. I don't want to name them here. Some of them musicians. A very beautiful girl.
A very popular woman here.
Very popular. I know her. Yes. Very popular. Yes. With nice gospel music.
Yes.
And you say you are lesbian.
And she has very popular children who are also into music.
Into music. Actually, when you look at her, you can't even know that she has adult children. Very beautiful girl. Now, you say you are going to get married to a certain devil of America, a lesbian, a fellow woman. You see, if they have those deficiencies, let them, especially women, let them come to Africa. Our boys know what to do because we are very organic and very original. You see, so our boys are very original.
So honorable.
So to me, yes. Abe, yes. Number one, yes. It is true we may have made mistakes along the way.
We slept on the job.
No, not sleeping. You know, the world has now become
a global village.
Yeah, very small. That you travel from here to America, within 18 hours you are in America. The other day, I think this was the first time in March, when I traveled in a single plane from Dubai to New York. Within 18 hours I'm there. We have come to that. Now, if we are interacting, the black man naturally is a very tolerant person. There is no problem. And we tolerate. But now along the way you turn around, what do? When we're making this law, because we were saying, don't, if you want, nobody has stopped them
from doing their thing.
No way.
Wherever
they are. You come here as a homosexual, travel with your body, but don't do the act here. That's what the law is saying. 2, don't recruit our children. If you are homosexual and you think studies prove nobody is born a homosexual, this is an acquisition, just a norm acquired along the way. Nobody studies today. They are very good researchers. I thought US is one of the leading scientific researchers in the world.
They research what they want, what benefits them.
No, let them prove to us, because we also have scientists. Let them prove to us that a person, a man or a woman is born a lesbian or a homosexual. Because what I know, the chromosomes are the same. All men of US, all women of US are born with either XX for women or XY for men. All of them. All of them. So let them tell me, prove scientifically that somebody is born a homosexual and can reproduce other homosexuals.
But Honorable, that said and done.
Yes.
How are we going to fill the financial void?
Very good.
Financial gaps is in World Bank singa ekintu ekivaamu bweti n'ekitulekera. Kyenakubuuza ku financial implication.
Yes.
Did we
what is the financial implication?
Yes.
Exactly.
And I've given you just nkukubiddemu tochi nti omwaka oguwedde 2022 World Bank funded projects to a tune of
about 20 trillion.
Up to about 20 trillion.
Yeah, about 20 trillion.
Okay, in different projects.
Exactly.
So how are we filling the gaps now?
Most of what they find, most of what they feel, even in my own place, we have a city school, and then we have some renovations. It is development. They fund development capital, building schools and whatever. I am aware. Not the current development budget is what they fund. So if it is 20 trillion, you are not going to build schools. Yes, there will be a shock. Some temporary shock. That some of our younger people who are into the business of contracting may not have jobs. You get me right?
Yeah.
That is it. Certainly, it also reverberates down to
the ripple effect.
The ripple effect.
It is big.
It can be big, but can be shaved, can be addressed. Number 2, yes, it is going to be a shock. Before a woman delivers, there are those pains, labor pains, yes. Before we deliver this, shake it off our shirts, we will have a shock. But it also assists them. And this one, don't say World Bank, say American Bank. American Bank are called World Bank because America maybe has two-thirds of all the capital in World Bank. But if it is World Bank of 184, so all of them in a general assembly of the World Bank sat down and they said we are suspending. By the way, they said suspension.
Yes.
Until when proven. Haven't they ever done it before? They have ever done it. When we had problems in the Congo, they did it. They did it. But it also benefits them because they create their own jobs. When they bring that money here, they create their own jobs too. Are they giving us free? Are they grants? Are they grants? Check that money. Are they grants? They are not. They are loans. So if Africa is the biggest, why they fought Gaddafi and killed him? Saddam and killed him? Because these are people who had refused borrowing from them. So they live by us. They live by our donations. If they have chosen to take away what we give them, fine, well and good. We will look to the east. I already said it when my emotions rose.
Yeah, I saw.
So the second level is to move to the east. And I want Uganda today, legislators, let us do it the way Idi Amin did it. In 1971, when the Israelite Colonel Balev, Yahud Colonel Balev, drove Amin around Kampala with 600 soldiers out of the 4,000 soldiers of the time. 600 made a coup, and because Amin was panicking, Yahud, this Jew called Colonel Balev, drove him around, and they said, no, we have the power. Britain, you gave $10 million at the time, pounds rather, at the time, and they said, yes, we have our own. These socialist, communist robot has gone. This is a gentle giant. You thought Amin was a fool when he turned against you. You have never forgotten about him. Everywhere you think Amin is still in control because he humiliated you. We will humiliate you. We will humiliate you completely. We will humiliate you. Today, we are at least literate enough to deal with you. We will go to China. We will go to Russia. We will go to the Arab world. We will go elsewhere. That is the second level.
Yes, and it comes with Zion skin. Maybe they can sugarcoat it.
No.
America.
Psychologically. Omuchina bwajja wano okukola business agambye nti no olina oyiro wano nze oyiro ono okumugyayo buli kantu konna $1,000,000 kakati nze nkuwadde nteeseyo $5,000 gwe tujja kuteekamu ssente lwakubanga eno resource yiyo nanyini $5,000 tugibaze abe lwakubanga resource yo gwe nanyiniyo nze nteesemu $5,000 naye okugabana amagoba 50-50 ekyo kibeera kibi lwakubanga resource eri awo luli twabadde just last week twabadde Entebbe kuno ku Africa Coffee Conference eyokubiri yasooka yabadde last year Kenya kati eyokubiri wano walima coffee naye netugamba lwaki Germany yo ebeera exporter ya coffee ate nga tewali kikolo wadde kimu bwe kiti ejja wano eguze $1 netunda $10 wabusiru
batukwata obujega bungi because we leaders sleep on the job and we make our farmers very vulnerable.
Ate abakola ebyo bebaliwa beffe intelligentsia abagamba nti no tuli intellectuals tutya lwakubanga tetuli Rastafarian twasoma ebyabwe byo bye bakola ndino otambudde ndi professor ndi doctor ndi biki in their style kyobora banze bwe namala okufuna bachelor's degree simanyi lwaki bagiyita bachelor's ate nze nakola mufungo
ndi bayaba wulu
ate baba wulu nze nagenda ku university nga nina mukazi
wakula ensobi
nagenda ku university nga ate nga nkyali muto
wapapa
era n'omwana asooka na muzaala kyenda nga nkyali ne ku university kyenda Dr. Brenda wali mwana wange omukulu Dr. Brenda nga bwe njogera kati antunula era akimanyi nti nno tanda yanzaala nga akyali muto okiraba so nkubuli ours is to think for Africa ebitutuseeko bye byali bya Nkuruma bye byali bya Rastafari His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie ne bamutta nsanvu munya Nkuruma ne bamujja ku bukulembeze 6 n'abalala bonna bwe batyo kakati olwaleero tubamanyi tubategedde oba mujja kandi mukola mutya ba America we know you now because you can't tell me that an organization of World Bank of 184 sovereign and non-sovereign countries 87 sovereign and non-sovereign countries where Uganda equally is under what you call in your own words natural justice where we had did you call us did we prove our case that we are tramping on the rights of the minority
ekiwandiiko kya President Yoweri Museveni kiikyo it is therefore unfortunate that the World Bank and other actors dare to want to coerce us into abandoning our faith culture,
yes,
principles, and sovereignty using money. They really underestimate all Africa. From anybody to know how to solve problems.
And all Africans, all. You know, the white man fears a black man. He must.
Yes.
Where
have we been all along?
All along.
So, we slept on the job.
No, we didn't.
This is what you call Americans.
Yes.
To have all these excesses on us.
If I'm a member, I have a right to talk. The way President Museveni is talking, I have a right. Did they consult us? Did they consult all the membership of World Bank? The 187 countries? Sovereign and non-sovereign? I know. Did they? Is that a democracy they preach? That you simply dictate? In your own principles. So you must dictate. And so when you have dictators in Africa, you say they are dictators? You say Gaddafi is a dictator? You say Saddam is a dictator? No. No. Double standards. Double standards. These are treacherous people. Very treacherous people. I choose to speak in English, your own language that you will understand. I know the embassies take all this.
And we can't regret this action.
How? No, never. This is a Garden of Eden. Didn't I tell you that in the previous talk shows here, that Uganda is a Garden of Eden? When we had World Depression 2008, did Africa suffer? And mostly Uganda? It didn't. Because we will go back into our homes, in our gardens, with our peasant crofts. Plant matoke, plantains, and we eat them without your money, without blood money, without blood dollars. No. That's the beauty. During COVID, just a few years ago, a couple of years ago, we survived. You died like a pack of flies, by the way. We survived. The African you wanted to kill during slavery, you took us to Americas. You took us to South America, North America, in the Appalachian Mountains. We survived. We are Buffalo soldiers. We will survive again. I want to say we will survive again.
You're watching Baba TV program Gangamuka. It's hot up at 9.
Yeah.
It is really hot.
And it's a hot one.
It's a hot one.
True.
Honorable Musila is very hot.
Yeah, true.
But I can also remind you, Honorable Musila, tugenda kumula mukatono. Newe tujidde era kumpewo. Nga sente ya fetandise okuwekeninga.
No.
Already tutandise okulaba obubonero obulaga. Ekintu kino kye twakwatamu.
Okay.
Let's come back after a short break.
This is Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulayire.
Olina kasente ko oyagala kulattako ofuneko obwezimbira Julex otunda nyumba gye weezimbira oba oyagala kugula eweddewo n'okutawuka Julex ekyapa kyo wakifuna oyagala kukikyusa kidde mu mannya go Julex oli luguudo lwewayagala oluyingira akambola bano balinako ettaka Julex bamufuna mpola tuwonye bano batunda n'ettaka ku kibanja mpola Julex namwe be babbako ettaka nga byakulemerera oyagala anakulwanira Julex balina ettaka mu Kampala wo munnange yangu ofuneko weezimbira
Julex Property Consultants Limited tusangibwa Nansana ku Jenina State oba tukubire ku namba z'essimu zino wammanga 0752 46 oba 0788 46 11 jangu ofune ekyomulembe
Julex.
Maria!
Wanje mama?
Genda ku dduuka ondeetere Nisa Hand and Body Lotion. Owulidde?
Mama wuuno.
Biki by'okoze bino naawe?
Bino bye bampadde.
Yitawo tugende tuddeyo. Yitawo tugende. Naam. Biki bino by'owadde omwana? Namutumye Nisa Hand and Body Lotion. Kati laba by'otuwadde. Nisa Hand and Body Lotion mulungi nnyo. Ayooyoota olususu n'ofuna enjawulo mu seconds 3 zokka. Ali mu flavors ez'enjawulo nga shea butter, lavender n'endala nnyingi nnyo. Nisa Hand and Body Lotion atandikirwako agula 13 zokka. Nisa Hand and Body Lotion asangibwa mu maduuka gonna ne supermarkets mu ggwanga lyonna.
Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulayire. Eno ni Gangamka ku Baba TV. This is
leero eno program Gangamka wano ku Baba TV hot cup at 9 onako olwaleero nekyaliza omubaka leero omubaka abarasta bwe baba zivuddeko siziri embi naye bwe baba nga banyizeemuko omubaka leero oli mukambwe.
The very construct of a Rastaman and the movement of Rasta is against imperialism and neocolonialism.
If World Bank had any thought nti kirabika parliament inekyusamu ku kino,
no way
from his reaction I don't think
they can kill all Africans because they have a right to so according to them in their own right. Let them kill us because look here, we can't be a weak face. This is why Bob Marley sang Africa Unite. The moment we don't unite against these pirates, the Morgans, the Magellans, the Speaks, the Samuel Bakers and the others, and their rhetoric, the former rhetoric is what we must go by. The Bidens.
You can disagree with them.
They are also good white people. In any case,
because you said
now let me ask you.
You live with one in your house.
Yes.
Not so?
And he knows what I am. He knows it. He knows it. At times he gets surprised. And he has come to learn that Africa is the original continent. Let me ask you. Is Obama white or black? According to you.
He's either or.
Why is he called a black American?
He's half Kenyan, half American. Yes.
Oh, what is Biden?
Joe Biden?
Yes.
Biden is mulabanga mu America wedde emirimu. Mu America.
No, why is he not called a European American? Why do we have African American and not European Americans? What about the original Americans? Imperialism at the topmost becomes devilish. It becomes what we call annihilation, killing in mass, killing, genocides. First they prepare even your brain that even when you die, you must say, oh, this is very good, I should die. The very fact that Namugonga is here. Did you see any white man dying there? Why? And yet they were the preachers. Church Missionary Society, Loyal Geographical Society. Why didn't they die? One white man. Why did our people, only black Ugandans, die there? Why? You see? We can't be fooled up to that extent. Not today. We are too literate. Rasta don't want that. Rasta is now very literate to challenge you. We will challenge you. Because under democracy, as preached by America, as preached by Europe, the 187 countries would have ascended to this issue of suspending. We are also contributors to World Bank.
That's why we are members.
Do you simply direct by America? No. Actually, World Bank should move out of America. China, make your own bank. Let the Eastern Bloc make them. After all, you are very rich now.
The World Bank head office is in Washington, D.C.
Why UN and then World Bank offices in Washington?
And
why?
Uganda as a member has been very comfortable with where World Bank is located.
We support.
Yes.
We support.
Yes.
But you cannot bring such aggressive directives as one country called America. No. This is pure American. It's not the decision of all members of World Bank.
So Honorable, why don't
because
you
we have 54 states in Africa, isn't it? And I believe all of them belong to World Bank. That is about a third, almost a third.
Of the 187 members.
Yes. Would they vote against Uganda? Would they? They wouldn't.
Such always anti-directive agenda. It will not succeed.
Nothing. It is even for their good. The fact that America has 2/3 of World Bank resources. That when you have more shares, you get more dividends. Am I right?
Yes.
So it is America getting dividends. If it shuts down and then...
So it is in their interest.
It is in their interest.
Because every time the World Bank will wait to funding.
Yes.
Zetuzayo America yesingo kufuna.
They give you $1 million over 5 or 10 years. How much do you pay? You might pay $3 million.
So you
actually they get more than what they give.
You do not see this World Bank stand.
They are going to turn around.
Standing.
Oh, they are turning. Those are empty threats. The moment we stand strong, we are not backing down.
Or they will come back with the conditions.
Which conditions?
That we are giving you funding now,
yes,
but you also must clip on this and this.
That's what they want. Actually, that is the target. That's the target. Remove this here, review the law, what not, and they will go for some of us who are representatives of the people of Uganda and Africa. Let us see those who stand as Pan-Africanists, as Rastas, the way Nkrumah, the way Nyerere, the way Rastaman, and many others, Hufwet Bwinyi stood during those times when Africa was only 500 million people, just about 50 years ago. Today, we are 1.3 and very literate.
Honorable, we know the ku TV,
yes.
Baba TV, sikutisa. Na yegwe, family yo, abana bo.
Yes.
Mu America tojja kulinnyayo.
Naye
tojja kusomerayo. Bino bimugenda okubenchmarking nga parliament tojja kugendayo.
America. So you have even blocked heaven that I cannot go to heaven. I and all my offsprings cannot go to heaven. Let us see. You are ending up in hell.
Onosakiroti abantu bebubulo.
For what? What? The people of Buburu have been there ages. We were made at the mountain, Mount Elgon, over 80 million years ago. The mountain is 80 million years old. We were there. Was America around? America has just come to prominence in 1945, when it was waging war, when it was selling arms to the warring factions of the Second World War. That's when America comes up. And it comes up with the money under the Marshall Scheme, trying to lend money to Europe. And when Europe paid back, America became what it is. America is a country of thieves, murderers. You see? I know it. When Britain took these people to America, they were prisoners. They were in the prisons of Britain. You know that one. You know the history, and they know it. By 1930, the bootleggers, the criminals of America, were all over the world doing mayhem, especially under the mercantile era. You know it very well. America, you know. America, you know it. I'm telling you, when you kill the original people, the Incas, the Aztecs, the Navajos, the ninjas of America, you annihilated all of them, infecting them with disease and everything like that.
Kati America tubaveeko.
Yes.
Tuine ebizibu byaffe.
Yes.
Singa World Bank etulekera wano a gap of about 20 trillion shillings.
Yes, yes.
And this is part of the money that would have been funding, like you said, capital.
Yes.
Some of them are capital investment and ebirala. How are we going to cope? Education system ya fojera ba ekyetaaga okwongera okufundinga. Ebyobulamu byaffe bifudde nnyo byetaaga funding.
I know.
America oyo nyini yagamba ezaayo direct egenda zikwata mu tezijja kujja kati ezibadde zirina okuyita mu World Bank nazo tulaba. How is the country going to cope? Speaking for a layman who is in Boboro East.
Exactly. Kanzireyo mu Luganda kati.
Yes.
So that
America tubaveeko kakati tutunulire back home.
Tubavumya olumala. Katubaveeko naye mu mitwe gyaffe tumanye nti no bano balogo
honorable tubaveko
eyakuloga ajja kuddamu akuloge naye kakati ku bantu baffe
yes
nga bwe ngambye shocks zijja kujja maybe 1
ng'omukyalo gambye
bw'agenda kuzaala
biyita ebisa
olaba bw'afuna omwana gabeera masanyu naye bw'agenda kuzaala paini obwo bubeeramu nkikugambye ekyo kituufu now number 2 bafandinga capital development amasomero aga gavumenti olowooza bannannyini amasomero g'ebwannannyini tegaliiwo
the private schools
yes ate ge gasinga kati mu Uganda
which are expensive on the other hand
mpozi wano mu Kampala sebo wano mu Kampala nze nina amasomero 2 secondary ne primary ate nga they are the cheapest in my place the cheapest you see ate nyo sente zibadde zijja mu capital development ya amasomero mu education nga renovating amasomero agedda those traditional schools renovations and whatever naye they are alternative schools then we have schools like under UGift these city schools funded majorly by Ugandans themselves our own budget you see mu health yes that is very true that's very true it might be a shocker but health we have alternatives there even in Europe individual countries willing to fund our health system but more so the eastern world that's why you see the president in Russia and others I am happy with Ugandans that now we are either number 1 or number 2 coffee producers and sellers the fact that we held this coffee conference last week here in Munyonyo very good
the coffee summit
yes coffee summit Africa Coffee Summit I want to say if we have coffee to sell we have oil to sell and whatever we can do those things but Europe will never hold their money away these are lenders money lenders a money lender will want you always even with those threats behind his brain he wants you to borrow the money kakati those shocks will be there
yes
true yeah but it's not a threat to Uganda
kati katubasabe ffe nga bannauganda
yes
nga muli babaka baffe
yes
cut on the public expenditure
good kankulamuzeeko sebo wibale you have said it
cut on the public expenditure
singa musira
the money you members of parliament nkiddamu luli wakinyonyola bulungi nawandika na wano sente zeba 11 million 5 million nogukira ku 28 million
yes exactly awe wasoka
from 28
awe wasoka
cut to about 10 million
exactly
leka sente endala zigende ku mubirala
nze
the IGG also said that we lose up to a tune of 10 trillion shillings in corruption
buli mwaka
nkulaze nga World Bank omwaka oguwedde 2022 yatufundinga to a tune of 19 trillion naye kalisolisa akulaga nti 10 trillion is lost into corruption
singa tujjawo corruption yokka kali ka budget kabwe tuba tukafundinze privately using what would get lost in corruption 10 trillion
the extravagance at parliament is also too much
exactly
you agree
I agree by the way Abel ne toilet paper ya ku parliament toilet paper you abbreviate it to TP simaji tissue toilet paper ya 15 tolowooza nti eringa ya baba wade yebitano no ababaka ba parliament okutambula luli nakulaze wano omubaka omu nga mu myezi mukaaga using a parliament afunye about 400 million omubaka omu wate on travels singa omwaka guno nakatambulako okugenda America yokka ku parliament
Abamerika bakukiriza ogenda mu ggwanga lyabwe
nagenda nabaddeyo
gwe ababaddeko wano ng'obavumu
ate nabavumira neyo wenyine negandula lyolabyawo nalyambalira eyo nembagamba muli basiru nga baleese ate twagenda mu international women olaba nga bwe ndiambadde nalyambala bwetyo ne mu UN nalyambala bwetyo ne mu Uganda House
seno wano wali ludawa
wano ku parliament wano wano ku
parliament bifaananyi eringo oli
nja kukusindikira nja kuwa eri yennyini mu America nze city yamwe Rastaman olowooza
olaba bowe bali tolerant
ate
kufete tuli tolerant bo bakutolerate
ate tuli tolerant tutya tetumanyi nti nno wano ku embassy ya America waliwo abasyaga
ffe wano singa wabeera ayambala ekintu ekyo nti say yes to homosexuality
bamukuba
aba naayitawo
aliwo abigye bakubyeko mbuuliraako omugye bakubyeko nakakuwa statistics ba bisexuals abali wano ani yabatta tumanyi nti nno balema tuba tolerating
you said we criminalize the act. But
the act, yes.
Because
the act,
even those who promote.
Yes.
If
what you promoting?
If a homosexual wore that thing, say yes to homosexuality.
Yes.
Would we tolerate?
We would tolerate.
But they take it into gamba because about promoting.
Yes, that is true. We would tolerate before. We would tolerate. Not now. Like I've explained to you.
Yes.
You are not born a homosexual. No.
You choose to be one.
It is a vice which comes through maybe money, just like akawala kafekano akalungi singa nze newankubadde ku myaka gino nandikasanza ako
gospel artist ali mu America
nandigenze nakako
a mother of two
akawala kalungi
very popular young
and they are also singing.
Yes.
You see the embarrassment to her children.
But back to our public expenditure.
So public expenditure,
the means of trying to
salary our expenditure, it is too exorbitant.
Yes.
Minister uyo ne motoka 3-5 atenga zonna zinywa ate zonna. Yes, we employ Ugandans fine, but driver basatu, yes, it is employment, but we can find them some other jobs elsewhere. You get me right? Zinywedde mafuta, yes, that money transits to Ugandans, but public expenditure is too heavy. We must cut down on that, including even the cabinet. Too big. That is the quickest to cut down, by the way.
Including State House.
That is it. Executive yonna. Why would we have an RDC?
He's a representative of the president at the district.
What about the DISO?
The DISO is a person who collects intelligence information for the president.
Can't he do both? He can do both. Bahara disi abasinga bichi kakati ona aliawo kuogana koka n'entalo zokka RDC entalo zokka, but these abasinga they are very well trained.
So RDC is wasted expenditure
completely parallel. Wakubanga yero C5 wali
the RDC is wasted.
Ntunula mu camera nkozeko nga sentebe wa RC5 RDC mulimochi intino head of security what not na yali no kuita DPC aite na barara ntino muntu ula ku security. DISO can do that kind of work. Cut them down. Just this useless expenditure. Cut them down. Let them go home. Kabisa. Cut that kind of expenditure completely. But useless. DISO emirimu ja RDC ate DISO yabera secretary band. Yabera secretary. You see? So why can't DISO do the real work? He does intelligence, but he also does other work as head of security in the district, every district, which is okay. The arrangement is okay.
So it is possible to live without World Bank money if we do all these kind of measures.
I'm telling you,
that you suggest.
Whether it is there or not, we need to cut ourselves into that kind of expenditure. Good, sensible expenditure. Expenditure to the point that our people benefit. In terms of health of this country, which President Museveni has tried, Obote built in the 60s, 22 regional
referral hospitals.
I think these were district, they were called district hospitals. Only 22. At the time, I hope there were 22 districts. I needed to check my data. Is famed up to today. Now today, Museveni has built over 200, maybe 300 constituency hospitals, health center 4s. They call them health center level 4. They are there. 200 constituency hospitals, 300 constituency hospitals, health center 4s. They call them health center level 4. They are there. 200 constituency hospitals, health center 4s. They call them health center level 4. They are there. 200 constituency hospitals, health center 4s. They call them health center level 4. They are there. 200 constituency hospitals, health center 4s. They are there. 200 constituency hospitals, health center 4s. They call them health center level 4. They are there. 200 constituency hospitals, health center 4s. They are there. 200 constituency hospitals, health center 4s. They are there. 200 constituency hospitals, health center 4s. They are there. 200 constituency hospitals, health center 4s. They are there. 200 constituency hospitals, health center 4s. They are there. 200 constituency hospitals, heal Because the reasoning was, let us empower the grassroots. Health Center 3, Health Center 4. So that by policy, every sub-county is supposed to have a Health Center 3. And the 2,000 something sub-counties should have 2,000 something Health Center 3s.
Bibereyo nga si bizimbe naye nga n'emirimu gikolebwa ng'eddagala mwebiri abasawo mwebali.
Yes, eddwaliro si bizimbe. Newankubadde ng'oli mu mutyawo. A Health Center 4 or 2 or 3 can work.
For as long as there are medics there.
The medics are there. And Uganda has trained medics now. And they are the best in Africa. And possibly even in the world. Chovala balina ali mu South Africa. Ng'osanga waliwo omusajja aveno wa West Nile. One of the best consultants in Pretoria. Omusajja wa West Nile eyo. Abadde mu South Africa about 20 years. The best consultant, I don't know exactly on what. You see? Gende Kenya, Aga Khan, Babana Uganda bebakuleyo. But Dr. ba Uganda. Gende Britain, abana ba nurse, okuva ku nurse, nali East London. Nensanga doctor nga yakolerako ewafeeyo nga these clinic officers, Magale, ewange mu constituency. Naye saamanya ati nno bamuyita Muhwana, Dr. Muhwana. Aliyo ngali consultant munene ate nze nabeera ku byange ne tusinga na gwe sikumanyi ningamba nange ndowooza nkumanyi.
Yes.
You see?
So we have what it takes.
We have
to build our own financial income systems.
Exactly.
So that we don't over rely.
In Chankwazi recently we told President Museveni, with all these doctors floating, we don't need only health center 4s. Let us deliberately craft them to Health Center 3 so that each sub-county of Uganda has a doctor.
Naye omukulu awulira.
Yawulira. Ate yakikiriza.
Era n'akola.
Kijja kukola.
You meet President Museveni several times.
Yes.
Mutugambire, let us stop massaging the corrupt. Continued massaging the corrupt is what has led to Mukyala Betty Kamya okututegeeza nti we lose up to a tune of 10 trillion shillings every year.
Let me tell you.
Into corruption tendencies.
Mukama waffe Nabi Isa alayhi salam, Mukama waffe Yesu Kristo Jesus, mu kirasa tumwita Jesus, yafarwa corruption. So corruption tutandise kati. No. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam.
Neither should we praise it.
No.
It's a vice.
No, it is a vice.
Yes.
You can not strike it off completely, but we must bring it down. And the corruptive tendencies, you know, corruption is not only about bribery and whatever. Corruption is in several cases, by the way. Even me coming here, and you favor me alone to come here. Yes. Somebody else will say you have some kind of a corrupt tendency. Yes. Maybe just because maybe you bring other people at different times.
For Mukyala Betty Kamya.
Yes.
Atunira corruption wa value for money.
Value for money, and that is bribery. She's talking about bribery.
Yes.
In actual sense. Corruption, the type called bribery.
Okay.
That's the worst. That's the worst. That is the worst. If we can cut down on that one, kakati bachikola batya. Kuma district gonna bakoze budget batekamu sente zaabwe. Tugenda kuzimba ddwaliro maternity ward ngetwala milioni aka 5 bateseko 8 ezisigadde zaabwe. Ate contractor aveno babribing okusooka. Ekirabe ekyo.
Katonda bw'obadde ovumirira America mu sente za World Bank nti batuwa zino nebe baba basubiramu ekinene. We have our own American Ugandans
here. Black Americans.
Abali mu kutusumbuwa. They very John Musiras, not you. I'm just being hypothetical.
Very good.
Okay.
Very good. Okyogedde bulungi nnyo. Kyova olaba luli President Museveni bwe yagambye nti no the Army's Engineering Brigade ekole enguddo z'e Kampala. Neba leeta olutalo. Ate omanyi Army erina all departments.
Naye enguudo yazikoze.
Agwe isoko nde. Lwaki baawoganya nnyo? Lwaki Kerere yabadde wano? Kulya! Oluguudo lwa milioni katugambe bilioni 10.
A kilometer in Kampala here. Sente ze bagiteekako obutesi.
kakati ame brigade bwekora yote ja kuba wa kickbaga osaba otya musirikale nogamba mpayo ka bribe ne wange nagenze wange Health Center 4 Health Center 3 ebumbo jena jeban that's where I got treatment when I was still young. My mother told me so, and my father. We're just 1 kilometer away from my home. Now, they were, talking about having contractors, what not. Nembulira chairman wa RC5. Tujiwe ame. Ato mwana ini charge. Yenga na musomesa. Ate nze nga ntula ku kakiiko akagaba emirimu nze yamuwa omulimo ampa respect nengamba bino biwe engineering brigade bwebawa award nze engineering brigade sebo ebigambo byabaddeyo contractor omunavaayo nagamba nze bano nabawadde million 3 omulala najja nze nabawadde million 5 nengamba okiraba ekyo
oyina eddakiika emu.
Yes.
Tuwumbe. Today our topic has been on World Bank.
Yes.
The preamble has been the anti...
Well put, yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Tumalirizanga otuwadde amakubo wajja tuba tuyita okufuna sente World Bank zeyandibadde etuwa singa eba tezituwadde. What do we need to do?
Exactly.
You as Parliament, kiki musigaza okukola with this kind of document from World Bank?
Ekisooka,
as we wind up.
Let me summarize. A good teacher should be always one who makes a recap. Ekisooka bannayuganda mumanye nti nno bino bya butonde baagala kutumalawo mu abaana abakyali abato okuzaala kwammwe n'ebirala bakateiringa kuzaala kwammwe mu ngeri eyo. Ekyokubiri naffe tuyimirire nga ba Africa bannayuganda tubabuulire nti nno twemala tuli sovereign country. Ekyokusatu tusale ku expenditure yaffe. Ekyokuna ebintu ebyobubbi mu civil service bwano ba civil servants be babba olaba basitudde nyumba wano nga tezisoboka. Naffe abamu ba politicians sente zenfuna ndina okuzizaayo mu constituency yange ne tuzirya fenna. Naye nkugambye lwaki ba politicians abamu bazimbye amayumba wano sente bazijjawa izo corruption tendencies. Nali ngambye wano mitawane gyabadde mu FDC ne bekubangana bokka ebyavuddeyo twabirabye nti nno twonoona sente ffe wano tetwagala tubeere America wano abaddugavu. No. Ekyokutaano tuyimirizewo as a clear-headed polity. Ebyebisyaga okugamba nti nno batuwe sente ku lw'ebisyaga. No. Ekyomukaaga, we have alternative in China, in Russia and other places. They can stay with their evil money. We will go elsewhere and get clean money. Clean, blessed money. Not a dollar, maybe a renminbi. I want to say, who job bless no man curse. God blessed us and they will be blessed always.
Thank you so much. Yabade program Ganga Mkonako olwaleero sawa 3 paka sawa 5 kaba kanyumero ka Hope Cup at 9 mbadde nchazo mgenyi wange Honorable John Musira mbaka mu Parliament wa Bubulo East okuva mu district yena Misindwa. So si manafu anga mwadi mchimanyi. Naye kumande jasebo era teekateeka ojjo tukyalireko wano tunyumyemu ensonga zino nga bezitwala mu bwangu.
Nzija.
Baba TV obusoga bulaire nze Abekibirango. Bye bye.